Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to share my secret on how to make a super hot and spicy chili garlic sauce and oil, and how to achieve the distinct garlicky flavor enhanced by how it has been cooked. This is crucial in making a quality chili sauce, so please keep an eye on it. Also, I am sharing with you a tip on how to get a maximum shelf life and how we could let it remain mold-free even weeks after it has been opened. Now, let's get into the video. First, we have here a tablespoon of powdered black pepper, 1 tablespoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce, 1.1 liter of palm oil. You can use a vegetable oil if that's what you have. I have here 400 grams garlic and a kilo of red hot chilies. This is the garlic that I peeled, and we are going to grind it using a grinder, of course, but if there's no grinder available, then you have an option of chopping it with a regular knife and chopping board. Just have enough patience because it will take a while to do it this way. I'm producing in a larger volume because I made it my business, so I need the help of this grinder. Using a blender is another good idea, but it will make the garlic rather too fine and pasty, and it's too impossible for it to become crispy, so I don't recommend to use a blender. It is better to chop it finely rather than using a blender. So as you can see, I am grinding these, both the garlic and later the chili, to make it finer, but not to the extent of making it like a paste. That is not the kind of fineness I am looking for. I usually do the grinding 2 times because in the first round I don't get the right or the exact fineness that I am looking for, so I will put it back into the grinder one more time to make it a little bit more finer. So now everything's ready. We go over to the burner and get started. So we started off by heating up the pan. Wait until it's hot enough. Then pour 1/4 cup of oil into it. We wait until the oil is hot before pouring in the garlic. Doing this procedure will make the garlic achieve a crispier texture. Also, it brings out the garlicky flavor in it. So wait until it turns golden brown by stirring it occasionally. Then when it's golden brown, you pour it into a strainer to separate the oil. We are going to use the oil later for the chili. So you now see how beautiful this garlic is. It looks very crispy. This will make our chili oil more aromatic later. And now we're ready to cook the chili using a deep pot. So as usual, we have to heat up the pan and then pour the remaining oil that I have already measured. This is in total 1.1 liter of oil. So you have to heat it up hot enough before we're going to pour in the chili. Now we can already see the bubble coming out, so sign that it's okay to pour in the chili because the oil is hot enough. So you see how soon it starts boiling when I pour in the chili because I preheated the oil. So this process will always give an extra added flavor for some reason. Now, let this keep boiling or frying for 10 minutes into a medium-high fire, after which we should reduce it later to a medium-low. So we are going to cook this for about 2 hours. So you can set your timer if you want to be precise. But there's always an option if you want to make it faster. Then you can turn on the fire on high volume. But you have to be mindful to stir it occasionally because this chili will stack up into the bottom and it will burn easily. Especially if you are using a stainless steel pot. So always best to do it on a low fire. Slowly but surely we can get to the right consistency that we are looking for. Occasionally, we get to keep stirring this. And now finally, 2 hours is over. So we are going to add the remaining ingredients. We have the salt, the pepper, the oyster. We have to mix it thoroughly and cook for another 20 minutes. Now we can see it has become darker and the chilies looks like they've already lost all of their water contents. Chilies gets spoiled easily and mold grows in them very fast if not very well cooked, unless you are going to put a certain chemical that prevents it from happening. And this is sodium benzoate. And if you want to make research on how safe this is, as far as I know, this has been approved by the FDA. So what makes it unsafe though is using it excessively. We should always be aware of the limits and shouldn't be go beyond it. It says that safe ratio is a teaspoon to a liter of liquid or a tablespoon to a kilo of solid. That is the recommended amount. So going back to chili sauce, I think it has completely cooled down. So it's about time you are going to mix the sodium benzoate into it by scooping a couple tablespoons of oil and then mix it into 2 teaspoons of sodium benzoate. This is kind of hard to mix with this oil, so you have to be patient on doing it. Everything has to be dissolved to the smallest or tiniest particle. It has to be pasty just like this before we are going to add in with the chili sauce. As you can see, it's too pasty already. I think we have achieved the right consistency that we would like to achieve. So we can now add in the garlic and mix it very well. We are now ready to mix in. Just pour in and then stir it. So we have stirred this carefully, making it sure that the sodium benzoate is equally or evenly distributed. Now for another few minutes, we have to let this sit in to allow the solid particles to sit in, because later on I'm going to scoop the oil. So this is the output of a kilo of chili and a 1.1 liter of cooking oil. So if you find this video interesting, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and do watch me again in the next video.